Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Marvel Legends Maximum Series review. We have Maximum Thor. I believe the figure was $55 to $60 retail, so about in line with Spider-Man. Really nice looking box. They went with blue for Thor, Spider-Man was red, Hulk was green, and Deadpool was red as well, I think. But you got some nice artwork on the box. It's just like the Spider-Man one was. On the top you got just the Maximum logo. If for some reason you're looking for them in the store, barcode. And then on the back, you just got another, stock? Render. We got a render. That's what I meant to say. And of course you see Throg there too. But can't wait to get into this one. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, we got Thor, Maximum Thor, out of the package. Let's take a look at those accessories. He comes with quite a lot. So first of all, technically not an accessory, but actually a figure. We have Throg here, the Frog of Thunder, as they call him, I think. But yeah, really nice looking one. Very inspired by the Thor back here. It's got, the silver, just the 4 dots. He's got the waistcloth. He's even got the T on his belt like that. Yeah, really nicely done on Throg. Hopefully we get like Alligator Loki soon. I'll stick him back here for now. Alright, we get 2 different hammers. So we get regular hammer. Is normal hammer. It's just hammer. It doesn't say anything on it. It's just hammer. And then we get another one for where he uses it to fly. And the color is slightly different on the flying one. But otherwise it's about the exact same. But yeah, that is connected to a hand piece, which you can put on the figure. He also comes with an extra handle for the hammer. I don't think that you put it on this, but yeah, this seems smaller. Truthfully, I don't know where to put the smaller handle. I know that there is somewhere to put it. Again, just don't remember where to put it. Might be like through this hole here in his waistcloth, but again, I don't actually know. And there's no extra hammer effect piece or anything, so if you guys know what the handle's for, please let me know, because I don't, clearly, even though I probably should. But yeah, the only thing I can think of is that hole right there. It would just go down in there. He comes with a horn here so that he could drink out of it, or blow through the horn, boop, 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 right? Or if he wanted to be a knockoff rhino, there you go. He comes with these really cool lightning effect pieces here, and there's a couple places you can put the hammer through, like right here on this one. You can see you can just slide the hammer on or through, and there goes the hammer. And I think, yeah, there's that one on that one, and then there was one on here. Yep, there's an effect piece there if you want to put it around his wrists instead. So you could put it around the wrists, or you could put it, the hammer that is, through. I think it's more for the hammer than the hands or wrists, but gives you an idea. You can put the hammer through it. Pretty cool. Then he has quite a few different hands, so let's take a look at those. On the figure itself, he's got 2 that are kind of grabby. They're not the exact same, they're a little bit different, but gives you an idea. If he's picking someone up by the throat. He's got a pair of fisted hands, and he's got a pair of hammer holding hands. And thankfully these ones are mostly malleable. You can actually move them so that you can put his hammer through. There you go. And then if you wanted to use those lightning effect pieces through his wrist, you would just put it in like that. Pretty simple. But I think it's more so designed for the hammer. Let's see. I think I like this one a little more. How would I thread this through? Should probably take the hand off first. That'd be a good idea. Come on, you. Having a tough time with this one. The other one wasn't too bad. There we go. And then, you can position it however you like. Alright. Cool. And then the last accessories he gets are some head sculpts and alternate head pieces. So on the figure, he has this screaming one. Of course he fell over, because of course he did. He has this screaming effect head. He's also got a neutral head. And lastly, he has this smiling head. What's cool about these heads is that you can actually swap the hair and the hair hat combo in any way you like. And getting the hair hat combo off seems to be toughest. So if you want a smiling Thor with the hair hat combo, you can do that. If you want angry Thor with the hair, there you go. It's not on all the way, but you get the idea. And then you can get just the neutral Thor. This is giving me He-Man vibes. At least this one is. I think this is the head I'm going to go with. I think it just looks most Thor-like to me. It is a bit uncanny seeing him, you know, just bald and no ears. There we go. But let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. This is not my preferred look for Thor. I already have my preferred look for Thor. But technically, I have the controller Build-A-Figure with Herald Thor. I'm still waiting for an All-Father Thor. But, you know, probably not going to get that. So I figured to get the maximum, get a cool-looking one, and just call it a day. I really like the color scheme on this one. I think they did a great job with it. Get some light in here. Just see how the gunmetal hits in the black and the red. And speaking of red, the cape. The cape here is, I believe, the first time they've done a cloth good wired cape. They've done cloth good capes in the past, at least with the Cabal 3-pack Doctor Doom. But this is the first one that's actually wired, so you can move it however you like. You know, if you want to have it bunched up around his shoulders, if you want to have it, you know, really bunched up to the side like this, you could do that. You know, it's about time they did a cloth good wired cape on Marvel Legends figures. You know, DC's been doing it for quite some time with the McFarlane Toys line, even though that line's out at the end of the year. But more of this, please, Marvel. More of this. More cloth good wired capes. And they did it for Maximum Thor. Hopefully they do it for some mainline figures, but I doubt it. It's a really nice cape. It's really big. It's even wired at the bottom too. I like that. I don't always need the wire at the bottom, but the ones on the sides are mandatory. And I believe those just plug in. Yeah, they plug in underneath the circular discs on him. The one on the left is a little warped on mine, but that's okay. I really like the hat here. It's not, you know, overbearing. It's just Thor's hat. Really like it. You know, the arms, they have really nice texturing, and I'm trying to see what the heck is that. Little extra sprue. Really nice texturing on the arms there, and it continues on in the legs as well. Again, really nice. Some of it's covered up by his skirt piece. I remember originally seeing this figure and not really liking these circular discs on the cloth. Well, the fake cloth, but it is accurate to this particular version of Thor, so a nitpick from me, but it is accurate. The gold panel lining's really good on the torso here. I believe it's on the back as well. Nope, it's not. Oh well. I will say I've noticed his hairpiece getting stuck underneath the cape here, but so just be careful when moving it that the hair is on top and not the cape. Boots, they're boots. Not much to really say. Although they do have a little tie at the top on the back there. I do like that. Yeah, back of the figure's pretty plain. Ah, there's where it goes. Goes in there. I found it, guys. No need to comment. It's a really tight fit, though. It must go on like this. I think this is supposed to be like when he has it holstered and he doesn't want to carry it. Yeah, it goes on like that. That makes more sense. Or wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. It's okay. Alright, yeah, that's more like it. It's supposed to look like the hammer is, you know, coming out of his cape there. Like he's got it holstered. You don't have to see the rest of it. Actually, now that I think about it, isn't this supposed to go over top the cape? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? I'll have to look at the promo images later, but Anyway, at least, yeah, it doesn't go over the cape. I'm looking at the render on the box because, because this is wired, you can kind of hide it, but not really. So, if you like that particular look for Thor, where it looks like his hammer's coming out of his back, you're gonna have a tough time. But thankfully, the cape is wired, so you can make it work. But obviously, I'm not going to be displaying my Thor like that. I'm going to be displaying him with his hammer. And, oh, he's got boot cut. Or tub end. Alright. So yeah, the figure looks pretty good. And of course, you can use the effect pieces on him if you want. You can just have him grab one if you really want to. Let me go ahead and put on those hand accessories. So let's start off with... Oh, he's got wristbands that come off. They're just a piece of plastic that go over. Hopefully I put that on right. And then he can fly. And he's got enough articulation where he can look up, but it's a bit strained. Alright. But yeah, be careful if you get this figure because these wristbands do come off. And yeah, I definitely had it on right. You can definitely tell when you have it on right. And then let's get the hammer holding piece so that we can actually see him hold the hammer. Hammer of Thor. And I'm assuming you can actually put his fingers through the rubber piece here. You could definitely do it. There's enough give here, as you can see. I'm not gonna do it. I just don't want to. But let's go ahead and get into the articulation, because that's really the second main selling point. The first selling point is it's a more expensive figure. It's very well detailed. The second is that it's highly articulated. So let's test that out. So let's look at the head. So the head here is on the double joint balls. So he's got a bit more range of movement, so you can look quite a bit down. Up is kind of tough. Without the hair hat combo on, actually it's about the same. That's as much as he can look up without the hair on, and then if you put his helmet back on, that just looks dumb, but it can be done. If we move that back down, we can get tilts, really good tilt without his hair hat combo or hair combo. And then of course that whole section spins as well as the top. We'll just leave the hair off for right now. Obviously the cape is wired, you got plenty of range of movement. It is attached to the figure, but if you really wanted to, you can put it all the way up front, but there is a cutout for his head, so it's easy to replace like that. He's got butterfly joints. They don't go forward, but they do go back a little. Actually, this isn't a butterfly joint, it's a rotator cuff joint, so it goes around like this, and then you can position the shoulders up or down depending on how much you want. You got the forearm swivel, or no, bicep swivel? Bicep swivel. You got double jointed elbows. They're not great. They're not great. Obviously you know what the hands can do, and his hammer hands go up and down instead of left and right. And then let's check out that T-pose. He can get a perfect T-pose. Actually, he could get more than a perfect T-pose with those joints. It's nice to see. And then he's got another double ball system here, so he can tilt to the sides, not much. Can't really tilt back a ton. Crunch forward's pretty good. You might have to cut that out if that's what you're looking for. And this is starting to get bunched up here. I think that's better. I think that's how it's supposed to go. And then of course you can rotate this all the way around. I'm not going to, it breaks the sculpt, it looks weird. And then you can rotate the bottom section all the way as well. And the gold does continue past that. That's pretty nice. And then leg wise, he does have the skirt piece in here. It's not free moving, but you can move it a little bit if you need to. His splits aren't that great. Kick backwards pretty good because he has drop down hinges on his legs. Actually really good drop down hinges. Look how far that gets. That's really good. You hear that snap? Those are some good drop down hinges, my guys. But with the drop down hinges, his splits get a little bit better, but not by much. He's got the thigh cut like that. He's got some thick thighs, dude. Thick thighs to save lives. As God. He's got the double jointed knee, which ain't too bad. And then, let's see, no boot cut at all. Lame. He's got toe pivot, toe hinge, forward, back, and he has boot cut. Or not boot cut, toe cut. He's got toe articulation, toe-ticulation as they like to call it. A decent amount of movement in this figure. You can get him into some fun poses. Disappointed in the midsection. I was expecting to get a bit more out of it, but yeah, it just doesn't seem like much. I mean, better than a McFarlane figure, but yeah, he doesn't have a lot of range of movement there. I'm not doing anything wrong. That's just how much he's got. Really like the look of this Thor. I would still like to get one that doesn't have sleeves on. I prefer my Thor with or without sleeves, but I'd like the option. So it's time for size comparisons, and this maximum Thor at the top of his hat sits at about 8 inches tall, but at the top of his helmet he's just under 7 3/4 inches. Here he is with the aforementioned controller, Build-A-Figure Wave Thor, and he is definitely taller than him. One thing I do want to try, just briefly, I saw this on Reddit. Let me make sure it's on there properly. Doing a head swap. Alright, the skin tones don't match and the head sits up a little high, but I do like that. It's not how I'm going to display him, but I do really enjoy that head swap. And then if you want to see what this looks like over here. Yeah, the pegs are the same size, so they're easily swappable, but yeah, once that, man, his head is so far down on this one, it's kind of funny. Again, the skin tones don't match on either figure, but it's close enough. And both of the figures are almost fully covered head to toe in armor of some kind, so alright. Let's see how Maximum Thor looks next to our regulars first, and then I'll transition to my shelf. And Throg's in frame down there, so here he is with our usuals. He is taller than the McFarlane Hellboy, and yes, he is the tallest here on the shelf, unless you count Takanuva and Atrocitus back there, but he looks good next to Maximum Spider-Man. He's only about 6 inches tall, so there you go. You can get the idea between those two Maximum figures. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll get Maximum Deadpool. How about that? 100 likes, I'll get Maximum Deadpool. Anyway, let's go ahead and see how he looks next to my other Marvel figures. It's a bit crowded in that back corner, but you can see Thor next to the rest of my Avengers shelf. I might move Thor over to the side, but yeah, he looks good with the rest of these. The Retro Card Spider-Man, the Secret Wars Daredevil, Ultimate Cap, Target Black Widow. But yeah, he looks pretty good. Of course, we got Mephisto up front, liking that. But yeah, he looks pretty good with the rest of the Marvel shelf. But hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.